That is insane.
In response to this unprecedented amount of rain in such a short amount of time, I have declared a state of emergency.
You heard it there from Mayor Todd Gloria. A state of emergency is in effect in the city of San Diego because of the extreme flooding and rain. Look at all the damage. The county also declared an emergency late last night. Take a look at this car, washed away into a fast-moving storm channel. It's unknown if anyone was inside in this, but a lot of cleanup and a lot of damage here today. This morning, thanks for being here at 6 a.m. after the fallout of this storm, everyone. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Anna Laurel in for Netta at Rampur. Check out all these videos that really started pouring into our CBS 8 newsroom yesterday afternoon. Viewers sent us these from all over the county showing the flooding and look, trees dropping even from these storms. Now this morning, people are cleaning up the damage, and we have live team coverage for you.
Our reporters have a look at the aftermath, but first, meteorologist Evan Ronnie has more on this historic rain event. Evan.
Yeah, the good news for us is that as we look at our watches, warnings, and advisories across the county of San Diego, we are clear of everything. We earlier, just a minute ago, had a flood warning that was across the area that the San Diego River covers. That was allowed to expire at 6 a.m. So now we are clear of all watches, warnings, and advisories. What we are not clear of is rain. We still have some showers that are going to continue throughout the morning time frame. Take a look. This is 6 a.m., about the last 2-3 hours or so, where we're still watching as some scattered showers push on shore. The totals related to this rain that we see there are going to be very light, under about 1/10 of an inch over the course of the day. That doesn't help us, considering we already have several inches on the ground. Ground is already saturated in most cases, but it also is not nearly the impact that we saw yesterday. That rain is going to taper off by about the noon hour. After that, we should see some scattered sunlight appear between those clouds. But it, of course, comes on the heels of some devastation across the county of San Diego. Not surprisingly, we had record rainfall in San Diego, Oceanside, Chula Vista, Ramona, Alpine. I mean, so many cities just beyond these 5 that we see here. And that was just single day. These are your single day totals for yesterday. When we look at your 4-day rain totals, they're upwards of 3 inches, in some cases closer to 4 inches. So impressive stuff that we saw over the last 4 days, and in particular over that AM stretch yesterday. A few remaining showers to go today before we head toward a dry rest of the week. In Mountain View, some people are out of their homes this morning, and many of them have lost everything in the flooding that we saw. We saw cars swept away, carried down streets. CBS 8's Alex Lai is live along 42nd Street with a look at the damage that is left behind. Alex, what do things look like right now?
Thanks, Evan. Right now, luckily, it's not as bad as it was yesterday. If this was just less than 24 hours ago, I would be wading in water right now. As you can see behind me, there is still mud going down this street. Obviously, the rain right now helping sweep it down this slightly downhill street. But take a look at this video that we shot yesterday. Residents were pulled out of their homes by rescue teams on kayaks while their front yards flooded. Many of these houses will suffer extensive damage, thousands of dollars in damage after yesterday's flooding. It knocked down fences, swept away patio furniture, flooded some garages, and the mud pooling into people's front yards. Fire crews came through the area last night and estimated some 200 people would need assistance. Although many residents here in Mountain View have seen flooding before, it was obviously very scary for residents to see. Flooding across the entire county actually brought devastation to a lot of homes, a lot of people. One woman relieved when her dog was found. Through this flooding. Obviously, people are the priority, but she says that she was really worried about her dog.
Oh, my God, I'm so relieved. Because I said, I know, of course, people are the priorities, right? But I was worried about my doggy, too.
And luckily, people are safe. There have been no injuries reported as far as we know, and nobody has been killed. Luckily, her dog has been brought to safety, and hopefully people were able to bring their pets safely out of their houses. As you can see, 42nd Street and Ocean View Boulevard getting this flooding yesterday, bringing all of this mud down for the next couple days, maybe even weeks. People will be cleaning up the damage left in their front yards. We've seen cars piled up, belongings piled up in front yards, and so hopefully they will be able to bring these belongings in as soon as the rain stops momentarily. in Mountain View. Alex Lai, CBS 8.
Oh my goodness.
You can hear the water in that home in Logan Heights. It's that bad. This neighborhood badly damaged by the flooding. Residents say their homes filled with water and the flooding reached the handles on their car doors. They want the city to do more to clear drains in their area to prevent this from happening again.
I went to the mayor's office. I went to District 8. I called Stormwater. I even called Caltrans. What's happening, we're parallel to the Children's Creek, okay? And if stuff's back up there, it will flow over in here.
CBS 8 has been in contact with the city's stormwater department. They're working to get us more information about storm drains in the area. And in Southwest, residents are dealing with broken windows, valuables destroyed, and just debris everywhere. Look at this kitchen here. Debris left in the streets. Water filled some apartments along Logan Avenue here. Residents from the bottom level, they had to find somewhere else to spend the night as they figure out what comes next for them.
Believable. I'm still looking at the positions of the cars. This is like unreal. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, those cars pushed by the flood water. Some of them, as you see there, just rammed into fences.
And this morning, the 78 in Oceanside is back open. This is what it looked like yesterday. It was impassable in both directions. Look at this now video. It's from the 15 near Ocean View. Traffic at a standstill. Look at those Caltrans workers up to their waist. That was on the 15. That's how high the water was. And this right here is the northbound 805, kind of at the top part. This is that northbound lanes, totally flooded. That was somebody trying to get off at Imperial Avenue. Couldn't do it. The freeway looked more like a river. And right now, the San Diego Metropolitan Transit System is urging riders to plan ahead this morning. Take extra time if you ride the bus or the trolley. That's because there's damage to the rail system and roadways because of yesterday's storm. CBS 8's Regina Yarita, she's been out all morning long in different neighborhoods looking at the damage. Right now, she's at the Imperial Transit Center. Regina, what do people need to know about this system, how it's moving this morning?
Yeah, guys, and right now we can see that actually the trolley station here in Imperial is working. Everything seems to be normal. Workers are actually getting on this trolley station from here. But of course, MTS is asking people to really take some time, plan ahead because the bus or trolley today, due to extensive damage, will be having some delays, and some of the stations will be closed because of Monday's storm. So all three trolley lines will be running at lesser frequencies than normal. But I want to show you video of some of that damage from yesterday, because you can see some pretty significant flooding. This caused delays and obviously caused delays for transit riders. Some of the transit routes that are not in service, it's because of the storm damage, and this is mainly in the orange line. So if we can pull up that full screen right now, between Euclid Transit Center and Lemon Grove Transit Center, these are the areas that are closed off right now because of that storm damage, as well as 12th and Imperial Transit Center and Courthouse Station. Riders are being advised to use the blue line at America Plaza or 12th, and of course here in Imperial as an alternative. So those are some of the areas that we are seeing people take, of course. But again, MTS is really encouraging riders to plan ahead and take extra time. So back out here live, we do know that the green line and blue line are in service. All of those areas are in service, as well as the bus service. It is operating at a full schedule, but some of the roadways as well as the detours will remain obviously in effect, just in case there are some situation or issues because of that storm damage. But again, this is Imperial. We are seeing people get on this blue line. So this is working at a normal speed. But again, MTS is saying that there are going to be certain areas where they're going to be operating at a lesser frequency because of the storm damage. So this is what we're looking at the moment again. But this is Imperial here. We're seeing workers get on this trolley station. So we'll probably get you guys the latest. But at the moment, there are certain areas where they are letting riders, shuffling them to different locations, letting them know which alternative routes they can take. That's latest here in downtown. I'll send things back to you guys.
Yeah, the damage, the impact on this has been devastating. There's people who have lived here for 50 years that have said they have never seen anything like this.
We had residents who were saying the last time they saw this was back in the early 70s that they remember, you know, a flash flood coming through. I mean, 50 years or so ago. So it's incredible to see the impact that we're now waking up to this morning. A lot of that rain continuing through the evening hours yesterday. Some showers still lingering into this morning. Take a look at what we see between now and about noon. About a 10 to even 40% chance of scattered showers. The good news that we have on hand is that what we have accumulating with most of this rain is going to be very light, under about a 1/10 of an inch. Still not helpful considering the rain that is already on the ground. The ground is saturated. The expectation is that closer to the afternoon we'll have a better opportunity for a little bit of that sun to peek through. That'll be good news for us. And the major relief that we have is that the rest of this week is primarily dry. We have the opportunity there for a few scattered showers into Wednesday as well, but beyond that, Thursday through early next week, dry skies, warmer temperatures, daily opportunity for sunshine. When we look at the record rain that we saw over the course of the day yesterday, San Diego in just 24 hours, and most of this actually was within about 5 or 6 hours, picked up on 2.7 inches, shattering that previous record set back in 1967. These are just 5 cities that broke their daily records, but San Diego also saw their 4th wettest day in history, not just on January 22nd or the day yesterday, even for the month of January, 4th wettest day ever in history. Rain chances between now and Thursday, we stay elevated a bit, and that's concerning in the sense of any additional rainfall is not helpful to us. However, like we've said, the totals that we see on all these models show very, very light accumulations, maybe a 1/10 of an inch. And then we head back toward that 0% chance for Saturday, Sunday, Monday into the beginning of next week. Live look outside, we'll watch for that sunrise at 6:49, so we still have another half hour or so. And then that sunset, better opportunity for a little bit of the sun to peek through maybe. That's going to be 5:13 p.m. Let's take a look at traffic, see how your roads are this morning at 6:12. So far, we're expecting that the roads are going to be busy. That's not only because we have some emergency crews out there on the roads that are still cleaning things up, but you can see how here at the 6 o'clock hour, there's already a lot going on. On the 15, road blocked due to flooding on the 15 northbound from the 5 at 32nd Street to Ocean View Boulevard at 35th Street. We are also seeing, second thing on there, right-hand shoulder blocked with a crash on the 15 northbound near the 805. That's causing some pretty decent backups already. Stop and go traffic on the northbound 805. That is from National City toward South Park. Let's take a look at your border wait times now. Right now, the San Ysidro Port of Entry running pretty smoothly. About a 20-minute wait is what we're looking at. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, you're going to double that. You'll be at about a 40-minute commute. These numbers are pretty good to see considering we've had times where these are upwards of 100 minutes. So should be able to make it across the border with pretty decent speed out there. Back to you.
All right, Evan, thank you. And still ahead, a state of emergency for Coronado. We've got information for people who live and work there today. Plus, the schools closed.
And a look at the rescues during yesterday's dramatic flooding.